Okay, so World Tour number 2. For anyone watching the full VOD, that lead-in is going to sound a little bit awkward, but for anyone just watching the highlights, here we are. We just finished beating Brain of Cthulhu, so the only thing left... I mean, Brain of Cthulhu was already checked off because I beat Eater of Worlds, but yeah, the only thing left is Wall of Flesh. Everything else is done. So, let's do another World Tour. Let's just start with the map. As you can see, my base is mostly complete. It's got 4 NPC villages. My chest system still in shambles. I started to slightly organize it a bit better and like change out some of the chests, but it's in shambles. That's gonna have to happen later. The actual base itself looks pretty good, I think. We've got like this glass back wall and glass dome. I'm gonna still put my trophy collection up here. I just haven't bothered with that at the moment. But it looks pretty decent. We got doors to get in and out of either side, and a few things here and there. I don't know. It works, and it works well. We're actually gonna need some gravity potions. Only one. I'm actually gonna put that bloody spine away. Never again. Please, never again. Please. Regardless of that, I don't think there's anything else that I could do. I didn't change anything here, because as it turns out, I do have the mechanic now and actuators and such. Actuators don't really work on cobwebs. I guess I could talk about this arena. I added walls to this arena and lengthened it and just flattened it out a lot. To make it this is definitely my best arena, and that's where I fought the most egregious bosses in. So you would have seen that in like Slime Gods, Hive Mind, that sort of thing. The walls help with projectiles that bounce around. Tried to expand this arena. This arena is a disaster. Fortunately though, now that I've beaten Brain, I never have to touch this arena again, or the Crimson in general. And other than that, as you can see for here, I've carved out I mean, most of this was actually hollowed tunnels, so I just tried following tunnels, and I've isolated the Crimson here, I've isolated the Crimson here. This one is a bit more obtuse, and I isolated the Corruption over here. This one was definitely the most digging, the least natural looking, but hopefully that keeps those 3 evil biomes in check. I started to explore the underworld. We're just going to start with this here. We're going to start with our our hell arena for fighting the guy. Another thing that we can talk about, yeah, let's go to the jungle, because this is new since the last World Tour. When did I do the last World Tour? It was before Skeletron, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we explored the jungle a fair bit. That's one thing we did. And we found our underground jungle temple. This is still the wrong hole, but this connects up to the right one. Okay. So yeah, we found our jungle temple. It's way at the bottom. This is actually really weird jungle temple, because it is very close to hell. Very close to the underworld. It's right at the bottom. Like, it is... I mean, it is massive. I don't even remember the other For the Worthy jungle temple being this big. This one is just ludicrous. It's twice as big, so I guess it's got twice as many layers as a standard one would be. Also, the entrance is on the side, conveniently enough. Like, it is just insanely big. And down here is our jungle arena. It was a pain fighting Queen Bee here, but we can make the arena better, as needed for the other jungle bosses, Plantera and Bumbleburb, and the other one I'm forgetting, Plaguebringer Goliath. Yeah, it's decently sized. Just did some more exploration here and there. I don't remember if I explored fully jungle. I mean the underground desert last time, but nothing should have changed there. And I guess the next biggest, the only real other thing I've done, I haven't actually done as much as I would have liked with the villages, is, because I haven't really been able to make a new village yet. But the big thing I've done is I started work on our spaceship, and I did some more planning too. But yeah, our spaceship is going to be the one over here. Currently in space. Once I get hard mode started, we'll be able to make it a mushroom island. Or a mushroom, I mean, kind of. Mushroom biome. And we'll be able to spawn truffle here. And then we'll be able to warp here. This is... I'm still getting the proportions worked out, but this is basically our spaceship. I just crammed some extra housing in here because I needed the NPCs. And while I'm up here, I should actually, like, buy something. Where's my controller? He wasn't even part of that fight. Give me some stuff. I'll buy that later after the world tour. Okay, this should count as... Okay, it does in fact count as a mushroom biome. However, it's not giving us the background, which I find interesting. Yeah, that's just... Things are gonna be different. Anyway, this is a Hoik elevator. And here is going to be our terrarium. I went into a journey mode world and carefully planned out the exact size and placement of all of the terrariums, all of, like, the bottles and the jars for all of the creatures, because I like museums. I like making some sort of, like, museum collection in my video games. I love that sort of thing. I really like the later Paper Marios for doing that sort of thing. So yeah, this is what this is going to be here. We're going to have an engine room on the far right. We're going to have a bridge. It's going to be about here. Truffle's going to be in that room. This room up here is going to be a spare room, maybe, or something, I don't know. And we got the other two rooms there, which are filled... I mean, the NPCs are the wrong NPCs, but that'll happen later. I considered putting fishing here. I'm probably not going to, though, because I did some looking around at how mushroom fishing and space fishing and all that works. This room is too small. I could add another room here, maybe, but I don't know. The shape of this ship is still in question, like the outside shape, but the rough layout of the rooms is planned out. Other than that, I think that's just about everything we've explored. I mean, here's our dungeon. It's kind of bizarre, just kind of a straight line until you actually start getting into the rooms. And we've been to the far sides of both. Well, we kind of bailed at the very end of the ocean there, but yeah, we've kind of just been everywhere now. So, well, the beginnings of everywhere. Still haven't found the Brimstone Crags. I mean, they're over there somewhere. We haven't been to the Abyss, but yeah, whatever. That's basically it. We are going to prepare for hard mode now. We just need to fight Wall of Flesh. Might take a few attempts, but I think our next world tour probably post the first 3... No, I can't. It's hard to say. That is a really unfortunately placed timer in the background. Maybe post Cryogen. I don't know. A lot of these hard mode things are pretty... So Cryogen is like super early, but maybe post some of the mechanical bosses. That's the words I'm trying to think of. Because it is, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while. A bit. But hopefully by then we'll have the spaceship finished, my base finished, and a bunch of these underground, cities finished. But for then, yeah, that's the end of the world.